Here is guitar 4 for Moonlight Sonata. And I'm just going to go over the fingerings. The fingerings that are on there I used for the most part. There's hardly any differences. Occasionally there was a wrong note in some of the parts, which I've corrected for people. And so I'm just going to go through measure by measure. Fortunately for you, guitar 4, a lot of times you're doubling a part of another guitar section, and you do have a lot of repeated notes, so you've got to be really steady with your eighth notes because you're kind of the pulse as well as guitar number 2 doing arpeggios, okay? So anyway, you start off, it doesn't tell you any fingerings, but it's just open A and an E, second fret of the 4th string. You're doing exactly what guitar 3 is doing. Next chord's the same too. G and E, and then you're both doing all these too. The bar chords on the F, or not bar, but the octaves. 1 and 3, and then open and 2. And then what I told him is when you do the next part on measure 5, when you do A and A, make sure you silence the previous E. Excuse me. So you're going to be doing E, 2, 3, 4, then the A's, and I want you to silence that low E. You do that after you've struck the A's. The G sharp and G sharp octaves are going to be 4th finger on 6th string, and then the 1st finger on the 3rd string, 1st fret. And those are still G sharps. Back to A. Next one's going to be G natural, so that's 3 and open, and then a C chord. That wavy line means to do an arpeggio, and it's a C chord, just a regular C chord, 3, 2, open, 1, open, 5 strings, and you're going to do a piano, just go across with your thumb. And then after that, you're going to be doing a series of chords here. So you've got B flat and G, and on the why did Bob do this? Oh, I know why. Okay, I understand it. You have a B flat and a G, and it looks like it says 1, but you definitely aren't going to use 1 on that. Open G, okay? Because the 5th string is playing the B flat. That's the 1. That's where you're supposed to be doing 1. And then he does have a 1 on E flat on the 4th string, and that's because you just go right here. So you have this, and then E flat. Now, the A flat octaves, he has you playing octaves like this. 1 and 4. That could have been because, maybe he wants you eventually to kind of think of like a bar chord like this. So that would then be 1 and 4. If you want to use 1 and 3, you can. I'll go ahead and use 1 and 4. And then you got A flat and A flat. Then you drop down 1/2 step, and I'm dropping down in pitch, so it's lower. And then 1 more F sharps. Okay, and then that means you can easily get the G with your 2nd finger, 6th string, 3rd fret, and the open G. And then C with your 3rd finger, E flat 1st finger on the 4th string, and then open Ds. And then these are indicated as sextuplets. And again, the other arpeggios are triplets, same kind of thing. So when you're going 1, that's my air freshener, sorry about that. 1, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Or you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sextuplets and or the triplets, just he want to do an easier way of showing that. So that's literally this. 1 triplet, against the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And that's the way you want to count it against the click. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably 3 strokes. 3, and then this is that's pretty important. that set of open Gs. And then it's going to be just like a G major arpeggio. Okay, so the open 4th string, 3rd string, and 2nd string, and the thumb on the 3rd fret of the G twice. Then you do the same thing again. 3, then on 4. The next chord is going to be a part of a A7, which is an inversion. This is an inversion. But the fingerings are good. He's got 2 and 3. I'm cool with that. And then you have this C sharp and 2, 4 and 2. For some people that might be a reach. So it's okay if you go C sharp with your 4 and use your first finger for the A. Then open. And then the G and the B flat is good with 3 and 4. Go up. The 3 goes up to G sharp, and then A's. 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and then open A's, or open D, and then. So you gotta stay really steady, holding the ensemble to a really ba da da D D D. Then on measure 24. To check and see if that's supposed to be B flats. I'll have to check on the score there. It's either B naturals or B flats. I do have to check in there with the score. You asked Sean about that. Okay, that's measure 25. Right now I'm playing the part and it does indicate B natural. But the first one is a B flat. And then it has B natural. And I think that's probably right. And then low E, then octaves, F and E's, and then D's. And then an A minor with open, 2, and 1. The octaves should have been 3 and 1 for the F's, 2 and open D. I like to use my pinky for the high D, and then A, open, 2, and 1. And then open strings, B and D, and then D sharp and A. I like to use 1 and 3 so that my 2 is available for the octave E. And then octaves again. E, then F, 1 and 3, back to E, and then you got several measures to just E, E, E. You gotta wait a long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, okay? 3, 4. So I'm going over to measure 34. It's an E chord, E and G sharp. You play the chord, and then 2, 3, 4, and then here's the E. 2, 3, 4, octave, 1, 2, 3, 4, the E, 2, 3, octave A, and then G sharp and G sharp, 4 and 1, and then this I know is correct, B flat, 1 and 3, open and 1 and 2, and I'm just gonna check this on my iPad here to make sure I've got the notes, and then back to G sharp. This is the top of page 2. Again, B flat, A's, G sharp, and then A. These are supposed to be open B's, or B, 2nd fret, and then an open B. And then, which is where the retard is, and then octaves on A's again. And then A, G sharp. A lot of octaves for you guys. Back to A's. And then octave A again on beat 4, and then G naturals. Okay, 3 and open. And then this chord's a G7, everybody. It's 3 on G, bass note, 2 on the B, 5th string, 2nd fret. I like to put the 4 on the F, 4th string, and then open G. That's 4 strings. And then on the next chord, you still keep the fingers there, but you move your fingers to the next strings, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. So first is going to be all closed strings, 6, 5, 4, 3, and then it's going to be 6, 4, 3, 2, right? And then C chord, and I think you're going to do the same thing again. It doesn't have the squiggly lines, but it should be a pretty fast, if you can get that. And I usually like to use the flesh so it's real clean, like that. Don't like to use the nail. I'm just going to use the flesh. So it's a really nice sound there. And then after that, you have G, and then F, D, B. It's just all part of that same chord. And then C, B octaves. The E's. I go E, then I go to the A, stop the E from ringing, and then D and A. D and A or R and A, right? No, it's D and A. And D and A, and then to E. Then you got a whole bunch of these A's that you have to play. Okay, it's literally all the way through this whole section. This. It's important that you play that on the 4th beat, that D. Back. 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And here comes the G. 3, 4. Then A octaves, B, G sharp, G sharp, open B, A's. And then open E, but F's 3rd fret. It's supposed to sound like that. And then octaves, open D, then E again. A minor chord, just a regular A minor chord. Now you're doubling guitar 4, and guitar 4 does the same thing. 2, 3. Next chord has an open A in it. 2, 3. Back to octave. 2, 3. Now this is C and A, 3 and 2. So you got to watch out with your right hand. Back to the E's again. And then keeping that 2nd finger. Your 2nd finger's on E. You got an A, and you have a C. Yep. Then A, then A's and E's. Open A again. You've got the A minor chord. Final chord still an A minor. You'll be doubling that with guitar 3. They're playing exactly the same part at that point. Okay? Play along with the audio version that has the click. That's going to be your best practice part to play against. Okay? Hope you enjoy playing this. This should be a lot of fun.